I believe that the most valuable thing that I've learned from friends and family was to talk, to say what I mean. If I'm afraid, to say that. If I'm apprehensive, to say that. If I'm uncomfortable, to say that too. So for me, I would say communication was everything.
Well, I do remember a time where I told my mother. I was nervous to tell her, but I really didn't have a choice but to tell her because I knew I couldn't tell anybody else. After she said, I'm here for you and we're gonna be your backbone, so whatever you're going through, we're gonna go through it together.
I remember when he told me he was HIV positive. It was the night we saw Rent, and we came home from the movie theater, and he and my mom sat me down, and we talked about the movie, and he wanted me to understand the impact of that piece of art mattered so much to so many people. And then he told me he was HIV positive, and he let me sit in that for a moment, and he asked me how I felt. And I remember telling him he's still my father, I still love him, nothing's changed.
I had a very close friend of mine tell me when we were in high school. It was devastating to know, but I also was kind of already educated on HIV and the pros and cons that come with it, so it really didn't bother me any when he told me. I think I made a huge impact on him because he was in a very dark place when it came to becoming a knowledge of the fact that he was positive. I was there trying to tell him that it's going to be okay, you're going to be all right. It's not the end of the world. Continue to live your life, love unconditionally. It's not really a big deal.
Having a support system means a lot to me because it lets me know that there are people out there who do care and do support me, and they're there for me no matter what. And that's a good feeling. My dad told me and my mom told me, no matter if you're HIV positive or not, we still gonna love you just the same. Nothing's gonna change. They never treated me any different. I'm proud of my parents, actually.
Real life, what I would tell somebody is I would tell them, I would say, look, okay, how do you feel? What do you feel as though are the measures you think you should take to help your spouse? Have you talked to your spouse to see how they feel about the situation? Have you researched and looked at the facts about it? Did you know that there's different medications and preventative measures for you and your spouse if they're not already taking care of themselves and, taking the right medication? There are also medications to make sure that you don't transmit it. That would be the advice that I give.
I would show up for my partner in every way I could and let them know that that you're there for them. I would want to accompany them to the doctor if they wanted me to, and I would ask them and check in with them on a regular basis to see what their actual emotional needs are.
Obviously, educate yourself. HIV contains a lot of falsehoods, a lot of bad narratives and bad connotations around it that nowadays aren't true compared to 30, 40 years ago when the virus was first discovered. So just being aware that the things you do, the things you say, the behaviors you take, while they may not affect you directly, they can definitely have a negative impact on those around you.